Ben Simmons is having a great start to his NBA career with the Philadelphia 76ers. While he did have to sit out all of last season because of injury, he clearly used that year to get stronger and improve his game, which has allowed him to play at a borderline all-star level so far this season. The most incredible part is that Simmons has done this without any real threat of a jump shot, which has quickly become the most important offensive skill in basketball. And it's not just one distance of jump shot either, as he rarely attempts or makes shots outside of 15 feet, and does almost all of his scoring in the paint or around the rim. Simmons has yet to make a three-pointer so far this season, going 0 for 9 from that distance, and he hasn't fared any better from the free throw line either, shooting an awful 53.8%, which is currently tied with Dwight Howard for the worst percentage among qualified players in the entire league this season. That means that notorious free throw breakers DeAndre Jordan, Andre Drummond, and Clint Capella are all shooting a higher percentage from the free throw line this year than Simmons. At this point, you're probably thinking, something has to be wrong here. There is no way a perimeter player that is as talented an offensive player as Simmons should be shooting that poorly away from the rim and at the free throw line. And you'd be right to think that, because there are plenty of people, myself included, that honestly believe Ben Simmons is shooting with the wrong hand. You might think that's crazy, but even Simmons himself admitted in the past that he was born right-handed until later in his life when his dad started making him use his left hand on the basketball floor more. When you watch Simmons shooting with his left hand, his form just looks broken and unnatural. His left elbow is pushed so far out that he's almost catapulting the ball out of his hand sideways, similar to Lonzo Ball. Now obviously this is an extremely small sample size, but just look at how much better his form looks with his right hand than it does with his left. When you watch Simmons play, he rarely ever uses his left hand when finishing around the basket either, even though that is supposed to be his dominant hand. Going back to his college days at LSU, even when he clearly should be using his left hand when driving to the basket, he switches over to his right hand for some reason. In an article on The Ringer, it was showed that in his one season at LSU, Simmons used his right hand on 82% of his non-jump shot attempts, which is unbelievable for a supposedly left-handed player. Some people might say, well, he's playing so well, why would you want to mess with his jump shot now? And I get what you're saying, but before long this is going to become an issue for him and the Sixers. The more games he plays in the NBA, the more defenders are going to catch on to his unwillingness to use his left hand around the basket, not to mention the issues his complete lack of a three-point shot and struggles at the free throw line create for his team. Now obviously Simmons' incredible court vision and size make him an extremely valuable player to his team, but if he can't improve his shooting from the free throw line, the day might come where he is benched during the fourth quarter as a result of it, similar to what we have seen happen to Andre Drummond, DeAndre Jordan, and Dwight Howard in the past. It has never been more clear to me that this offseason, Ben Simmons needs to start shooting with his right hand. I understand this is a drastic step to take, but I don't see how his jump shooting or his free throw percentage could realistically get any worse. And just imagine how much more terrifying it would be for other teams to try and defend Simmons if he could make an occasional three-point shot or shoot even 65 or 70% from the free throw line. He'd be averaging so many more points per game, and he'd be such a bigger help to this Sixers team than he is right now. So if you agree and you think Ben Simmons absolutely should start shooting with his right hand, be sure to leave a like rating on the video. If you don't agree, you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear what you have to say down in the comments below. If you'd like to see more videos just like this, please be sure to subscribe to Sporting Logically, and I will see all you guys next time.